All right, so hi, this is a couple days later now, and this is our nice little set of instructions. And so far I have assembled the frame. So it comes in 4 pieces, 2 sides and the back, and the front. The front is the one with the little tabs. Sorry about the shaking there. Light on dinner. Quality wise, the underside actually feels really good. Just kind of turn it up, but I have noticed that this doesn't line up super well. Here it actually will when I expect it to once I get it close up, but there's just no way that corner is going to line up smoothly. At least I don't expect it to. And I actually got an email from them, and they said, hey, people have talked about our first run not being quite up to snuff. We're really sorry. So you can either expect a lower price point, or they're going to get these little issues fixed, hopefully, in following versions. But except for this part, the build actually seems really nice. It's been pretty easy. There are these little, sorry about the darkness here, but there are these little corner plastic pieces. The side rails snap on or slide onto them. They fit onto them snugly in a pretty nice way. And then there are these little tensioners for the guide ropes. So the guide ropes will come, bound up at the 4 corners, and you just take them from the backside, and you unbind them from the corners, and then you lace them through this little hole, and then you screw them in with a super tiny hex wrench onto these 4 screws, 2 on that side and 2 on the other side. So the next video is probably gonna be me having put it in and installed, but overall I would say that this frame is a good beta product so far. They seem to have gotten the most important parts right. And just for a second, I will show you this rail. So this rail just kind of fits in with a couple of plastic tabs, just sits in there between the decorative what's a who's it and the glass. And there are a couple little screw points, one on the other side of the car and one right here, and those will screw in and hold the back in. And then the front gets held in with tabs. So yeah, so far so good. Quality's not quite as high as I'd hoped in terms of appearance, but we'll see what it really looks like once it's installed. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about this tiny screw. So it goes into that hole right there. There's another one on this side. You can see I kind of dirtied it up a little bit trying to get it in. It took me about half an hour to get that screw in. It was a real pain. So if you'll remember, you just watched the other part. There is actually a mounting rail underneath this that fits into the fascia here, or the inside fascia, or whatever you want to call it. And because it has a lot of forward and back wiggle room, lining up the screw hole with the hole in this guy right here was just a real ordeal, and it took me a little while to figure out how to do it right. Sorry about the angles going all wonky, but I'm doing this by myself. So the solution that I came up with was to take this Allen screw, which is the little one that is provided for all the screws, and you put it into the hole and take it up through the hole first, and then plug it, here we go, you plug it into the socket where the screw is eventually going to go. Then you close this up, and you use it as a lever, to line it up so that the hole kind of goes straight in. See, now I just lost it there. But once you get it lined up properly, it should be really, really easy to get the screw in. Once I came up with the solution, actually, nope, that is lined up. That's still in there. It just kind of went in all the way. Yeah, so now this is lined up really well, and I should be able to put the screw in. I can't hold the screw and the Allen wrench and the fascia all at the same time, or the frame all at the same time, so I'm gonna do that off camera. But see you in a couple seconds. And all right, so yeah, where the screw over here on the left, I left a nice little mark. By the way, it's not the most attractive situation, but oh well. Yeah, anyway, so while this one on the left-hand side of the car took me about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, this one took me 3 or less, once I figured out that little trick. So for the win. Now, yeah, we'll come back in a second and take a look at how it actually works.